as you can tell, this is Mike here. I got these fairly well cleaned up. This is that bumper jack I was working on. And my lighting's not that good because I had one clear rafter right underneath my light. But as you can tell, I got these fairly good cleaned up. We're gonna try to shoot a coat of primer on them right now. And all I'm doing is doing just some light coats of primer right now. It's pretty chilly in my shop, so I'm gonna just do light coats and let them dry. I'm not gonna rush this procedure at all. As you can tell, they're already looking a lot better. And they're pitted up pretty bad from just the age and how much rust was on them. But I got a lot of that rust off. A little bit of vinegar sprayed on it overnight and a bunch of wire brushing and sanding. I wish that one piece of wire was a little longer. But as you can tell, they're coming along. I mean, this is just something to make the overall trunk look better when I open it. Just, it's not really that important, but I think I just ran out of primer. It just something to make the trunk in that car look a little bit better. And they're turning out real good, as you can tell. I'm not going to complain. I think if I have enough, another coat of primer on each one of these, let them dry overnight, possibly throughout tomorrow, and then I'll definitely go pick up some black, good spray paint. Don't want to spray paint these with just some cheap 97-cent Walmart paint. I want to paint it with some good, maybe even some duplicate spray paint. We'll see what I can find when I'm out and about tomorrow. But these are looking just almost better than new already. So we'll just keep applying some coats of primer tonight and let it dry. And we'll see how it looks tomorrow. Okay, I got 3 good coats on there, and I'll rough it up a little bit tomorrow with some light sandpaper, and I think they're ready for some gloss black spray paint. So they're looking pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. I mean, that's 45-year-old parts coming back to life. There's not much more I can do here. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hi folks, Mike here again. This is the next day. I bought some Rust-Oleum 2 Plus with primer, and I figured the Rust-Oleum was a pretty good paint after all the reviews and everything. People's painting cars with the spray can, so I'm going to give this a shot and see how it goes. I've already shaken the can up for a minute, like the instruction says. So we'll see how this turns out. Here we go. It's only about 65 degrees outside, so here we go again with just light coats. And I'm just going to lightly dust it. And oops, that wasn't too light right there, but it's so far seeming covered up really good. Like I said before, I wish that one wire was lower, but you just use what you can find. we'll see how this turns out and how it holds up. Like I said, I'm going to use a jack. I just want it to look a little better in the trunk. And it's going to get scratched up riding on the spare tire wheel anyway, especially the base. But so far, that's looking fairly good. I'm going to go ahead and give it a few minutes to cure, and then I'll give it a second coat. I'll be right back. Well, on this one, I have a little bit of an issue. At the end, right here, it has a notch, so I can't take this off of here, and on the top it's notched. So I've been working on getting this cleaned up, but I have a funny feeling I'm gonna have to take this whole thing off, paint this black, and then move it all the way up to the top or all the way up to the down to the bottom and paint this silver like I originally was going to do. But then I'm going to have to move it up so I can paint the very bottom or whatever I need to do. But I thought it came all the way off, and I don't want to force it off because then every time I pick it up it'll fall off. So I'll be right back. Okay, that's had about 3 minutes to kind of harden up. I'm going to start putting on the second coat. And I'm just lightly going over it. I'm not trying to spray this on very hard at all because I just want the maximum coverage I can get. And I'm sorry guys, my light is terrible. All I'm trying to do is prevent runs because it's not at ultimate painting temperatures. Inside my shop it's about 65 degrees, but you know, this stuff says do not use it unless it's below 70, but I've always found in colder temperatures spray paint goes on a whole bunch better. And there's the second coat. It's coming along, it's looking fairly good, and all I'm using is Rust-Oleum ×2 with primer. And I did lightly sand these a little bit and cleaned them up off video. It's just a bumper jack, but I do want it to look fairly decent. So I'll get back with you in about 3 to 4 minutes after this has a little bit of time to cure. Okay guys, it's been another 4 or 5 minutes and I'm starting to put the third coat on it right now. I'm gonna get this one pretty wet. That way it's good coverage. It's coming out extremely well. I was kind of leery about just using spray paint on these. The ultimate thing would be is to paint them with automotive car paint, but no much more than painting this is. I think this will do just fine. I am going to have to do some touch-ups when I get them down where my wire is right there. But this is my third coat, and I am putting this one on them fairly heavy because maybe I can limit chips and everything else like that. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. That's looking really good. That looks like a brand new part. And I have about, total time in all this, I have probably an hour and a half in both of these pieces, painting them, cleaning them up, just making sure that they're as clean as I can get them. This Rust-Oleum is also supposed to help stop rust. Well, it'll take longer than this video ever will be to see how well it actually does on rust. And actually I'm putting a fourth coat on it right now. And I'm not letting any cure time in here because I just want it super, super heavy. That way maybe it'll limit the chips. But I did let it have some tacky time so the paint would stick. Okay, well, we'll give them 5 or 6 minutes to dry, and we'll see how they look. Okay, it's been about 7 minutes, and they're nice and shiny. They came out really well for Rust-Oleum paints, and the temperature and everything. I don't see any runs or anything like that. I do have one small drip right there. That might be a run, but I mean, that's nothing to shake a stick at. So temperature wise and everything, I think that turned out real well. I'll let them cure for 2 days, then I'll put them in the trunk. Thanks guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe.